Well, good morning, Earthlings. It's me, Miss B, your friendly alien, coming to you with what? A moment of thought. Today's moment of thought, I want to check in and see how everybody's mental health is. I personally, yesterday, began to feel so triggered again because there's just so much stuff going on at one time. And it seems like there's nothing that anyone is doing about it. And the helplessness that is felt can be overpowering and overwhelming. And so I just wanted to come and remind you, as I remind myself, that God is in control of everything. And everything that is going on has to go on. And everything that's going on is for a reason. And so the word said he hasn't given us a spirit of fear, but of truth, love, and sound mind or self-control. And if that is the case, then we cannot focus on this physical because it will drive us insane. And if you want your sanity, you might have to unplug. And so I'm going to challenge you. If you can't do it during the week, I'm going to challenge you this weekend to do something that lets you unplug from the madness in the world. It could be something as simple as taking a walk around your neighborhood and noticing the leaves changing, which trees still have leaves, which ones don't. Maybe some birds flying around in the area. You could maybe fix a meal that you've wanted to eat for a while and didn't have the time to do. Take the time to really put some love in that meal and sit down and really savor it. You know, I personally have decided one Sunday morning I'm getting up and going fishing. I find that I rather enjoy fishing. So I'm going to go fishing as a way to relax and to enjoy and become in tune with nature. You can go and just stand outside barefoot in the grass, in the sun, and ground yourself with the spirit, with the earth. There's so many simple things you could do. Do you have a favorite song? Is there a favorite movie? Do you have a favorite person? Contact them. Watch the movie. Listen to the music. Allow your spirit to be lightened. Read your word. Find some scripture that strengthens you. Put some gospel music on to lift your spirits. This is a very, very trying time, and we cannot let it win. We get the victory. We get the victory. So I just wanted to reach out and, as a moment of my thought, remind you all this stuff is temporary. So if we focus on the temporary, we get lost. So let's shift from the temporary to the permanent or the eternal, which means focusing on our spirit. You got to focus on the spirit. I've been trying to make some changes, and I had an experience yesterday. I went to go vote, and it bothered me because I'm really trying to make some changes in myself. And I went there, and I tend to ask questions because I always want to understand why people require stuff of me. If it makes sense, then I'll do it. If it doesn't, then I tend to not want to do it. But I had asked why did they need my particular ID when I first walk in the door, when you normally hand it to the person who's going to give you your card to go vote. And it was a Caucasian and a black lady there, and they were both older. The white lady was older than the black lady. And so I asked, why do you need it? And she said, because it's policy. And the way she said it kind of turned me off because it was the tone. And I said, well, that's not really a reason. I'm trying to figure out why you need it. It's policy, and that's the best reason. And that's the way it sounded to me. And so because I am a type of person that match energy, I normally would have given her that energy back. But I said to her, I'm going to need you to stop talking to me because you're irritating my spirit. And she looked at me and she continued to talk. I said, I asked you if you could stop talking to me because you're irritating my spirit. Can you do that? And she looked at me again. Yeah. I said, okay, thank you. And so the older white lady took over. And then she ended up answering the question. They needed the ID at the door because a lot of times people come to that site and they belong at a different site. So rather than get them in and fill out paperwork and go in only to find out that they're at the wrong polling site, they now change this so they do it at the door. And that's all I wanted to know. But then I began to wonder, was I wrong by telling her that she was irritating my spirit? Should I have just taken a deep breath and just let it go and not said anything anymore and given them the ID? I don't know. I'm struggling. I think that's what I should have done, but I didn't. But I feel like I made improvement because I actually didn't match the energy. But it shows I still have work to do. And I'm no different than anybody else. So I said all that to say that as we go through our daily journey, understand that you're not going to be perfect. But as long as you try to be aware and intentional, it should be better. I'm sorry I went so long. It's me, Miss B, your friendly alien, sending you light and love on my mental health check with you. May God bless you.